Hi, everybody. Welcome to Over a Couple of Drinks. Yay!
So much excitement.
So much excitement.
You can tell.
That was more of me screwing everything up on the music side. I'll never get this right. As always, I'm Bill. Welcome to the show. With me is my co-host. He's right over there. That's Chris Birch.
What up?
Fucking cat. My cat. Jonesy, come here. Come here. You're going to get introduced, you fat cat. Come here. Come here. No, it's okay.
Welcome to the Bill Gets His Cat Show.
Here's Jonesy. Right below me is Billy. Say hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Yeah. And then our extra special guest, as Billy's just kind of a fuck it guest, is he's been on before, but welcome back, John Rhodes.
Wow, I'm the fuck it guest?
The special fucking guest.
Thank you.
Check out his. Okay, let's face it. You really know John Rhodes more so than you know us, because he actually has people following him on twitch.tv/CageCon. That's KAGEKHAN. Also on YouTube.
Shout out.
Oh, well, we'll do it a bunch of times, and there'll be a link in the description below. I expect you to fucking pat our back.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. Which is a great way to segue into next week. Billy and I are going to stop procrastinating and
Finally
get onto our streaming show. And if Chris Birch ever started fucking pushing the share button, we'd actually have streaming nonstop, because that's all Chris Birch does is play video games.
That's not true, man.
That is so true. I see you on my friends list all the time.
That was true for like the last week.
I mean, that's all I do, and it's working out pretty fine.
Yeah, because you guys suck. Okay. Yeah, so before we get into our topic list and all the shenanigans, how are you guys doing?
Doing great, Bill.
Doing great, Coach.
Yeah, great. Mm-hmm.
I really hate you guys. I really fucking
I was
hate you.
optimistic about my grade.
I mean, what have you guys been doing this week? You having a good time? Feeling good?
Yeah. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out and doing and everything like that.
I'm on vacation this week because school's out, so I could care less. I haven't done shit all week.
They have a break in February. I forgot about that.
Yeah, when you go back to high school on the other end and teach it, you get the same days off. It's wonderful.
So you get a summer break, don't you?
Yeah.
You suck.
Mm-hmm.
And teachers want more money, apparently.
Yeah, fuckers.
Fuck you guys. You don't know. Hey, one of my students threatened me last week that he was going to tell his mom on me.
Oh,
and he
shit.
did.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
no.
Yes. 10th grader.
What did he tell her?
He told her I asked him to turn his homework in.
All right.
That's pretty rough.
Oh, that's...
High school kids suck, let's be
You
honest.
need to be a douche teacher.
I know. How dare I? But that's my life. That's about all I do.
Fair enough. So I've been plotting and planning all week, and I think I can finally do it. But I plan on building me one of these bad boys, my own personal one.
Oh, nerd.
I'm gonna build it from YouTube, from not YouTube,
From YouTube.
From YouTube.
from home.
From YouTube.
I'm gonna do it all from YouTube.
Themed lightsaber.
Oh,
Lights
it's just
up
gonna
the
be a
red.
big middle finger.
It's got a like button on the side.
It's a like
Lights
button
it up.
and a downvote button to turn it off, and it comes out
Or
poop
just like
brown.
our terrible mean comments engraved.
Yeah, oh yeah.
into
That's
the hilt.
all around it, and it just comes out poop brown because YouTube's like the asshole of the internet. But I'm gonna build it from Home Depot parts.
Perfect.
We'll see how it goes. And I can maybe start shaving my beard because it's getting a little scruffy.
No, man. Shaving's for quitters like me.
Like you, because you're a quitter.
That was an accident.
All right, Jonesy, don't piss on the lightsaber, okay? Okay, so hey, let's talk about what we're going to talk about tonight.
What are we going to talk about tonight?
We're going to talk.
What's the things?
The things we're going to talk about is that since we've been on, there's been a bunch of trailers. A lot of them from this Super Bowl and a lot from other stuff. Have you all had a chance to see Deadpool yet?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, great. Good. Birch, did you say no?
I have not seen it yet.
How have you not seen it and I
shit.
have?
Yo, I ain't got time to see movies. Like, grad school is the thing.
Grad school.
Grad school. Well, we're not going to do our review of Deadpool tonight. We're going to talk about what it did right as it's tearing up the box office, and what Hollywood is eventually going to do wrong about it.
Because they will.
Yep.
This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then we're going into your top 5 most quotable personal movies. Well, that sounds weird. It's your personal top 5 quotable movies of all time for you specifically. So hopefully you guys came prepared. It's not like we grabbed Billy in like the last 5 minutes. It's no big deal.
Nah.
And then we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter V, and that's why we have John Rhodes on. It's true story.
Right.
Fighting game expert.
He is our fighting game expert.
We need one.
I got friends for everything, man. But it's like fighting games is John Rhodes. And unanswered movie questions, we'll get into it when there is there. And then LB posted a thing about superhero power scale, like powers ranking to the best power you could have as a superhero. We're going to talk about that. And to address why LB isn't here, it's his wife's birthday, so he's being a good husband.
Aw.
That's fair.
And I was originally going to say his girlfriend, and then I realized, no, they're married. No, I married them.
Beautiful.
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Start us
Silence.
off.
I'm drinking Cherry Wheat by Sam Adam. It's quite good.
I am so fancy. I am drinking Henry Weinhard's root beer.
Ooh, that
Yes.
shit is expensive.
Yes, it is, from the glass bottle.
The glass bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I saw real quickly before John Rhodes' camera decided to say bugger all. You were drinking
Yeah.
a giant glass of water.
Yeah, it's Friday night, so
Getting
just
crazy.
gotta hydrate.
Getting crazy.
Partying
Yeah,
hard.
Bert, you got anything, buddy? Are you just
I don't. I seem to have forgotten the title of this show. It's been a week.
It's all right. Well, after the break, we'll all break down and get coffee mugs and fill it with water like
That's
we're on the
fair,
Today
that's
Show.
fair.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
It tastes like tears. Okay, so we're going to go straight into trailers. So we've had the Super Bowl. We've had a lot of other trailers come out recently. I got a quick list of them. If you guys remember any of them along the way, we'll talk about them, just
I've got Google up, too. I'm looking
good.
them
All
up.
right, so I'm going to list through them first, and then we'll go back, okay?
Right.
We had Batman vs. Superman airline commercials from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then on top of that, the final trailer. We have. I realize I'm talking with my hands. It's not on camera, so I don't know what the point is. Then we have the Independence Day 2 trailer. We have the TMNT 2 Out of the Shadows, not confused with the upcoming game. No, that was the old game that sucked. Fuck that. Trailer. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Captain America Civil War. And Daredevil Season 2 trailer.
Okay, good.
Sorry? Did I forget
Yeah.
anything? Which one do you guys want to cut in first? Let's popcorn it up, John Rhodes. Which one are you talking about?
Let's go lighthearted and let's talk about TMNT 2.
Okay, Birch, did we talk about this one, the first one before?
The trailer with Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah.
I think we did.
Okay,
Just a
and-
little bit.
Did you?
And our general consensus is we don't hate it.
I am fucking cautiously optimistic because the first one was such a rape in the butt that I am just real concerned about going back for a second round of rape in the butt. So,
Dude.
um,
And
Okay,
I haven't talked about it with you guys at all, but yeah, like the first one was terrible. But as soon as I saw Rocksteady and Bebop, like I had got so excited for this movie.
now I was worried when they cast Tyler Perry as Baxter Stockman because that just sounds stupid even when you read it.
but
But
the whole thing is both these trailers are just so nonchalantly silly
Right.
that I'm loving it. And that's honestly,
And
that
now-
wasn't in the first movie.
exactly.
Right.
Well, and then it looks like, first of all, this movie is now jam fucking packed with villains. Like the
That's
Shredder is
true.
going to be in this movie somewhere. Karai's back. Baxter
They're
Stockman.
Spider-Man 3-ing it. Oh,
They're,
no.
they're kind of Rocksteady and Bebop.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, when I was a kid, this was what I was looking for in the TM. Like when I watched the first Ninja Turtles movie and I fucking loved it. Then I watched
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze and I was like,
Yeah.
and then I watched the third one and I vomited. But But now
still-
it's the cartoon on screen, which is kind of neat.
I still haven't seen the first one, and maybe that's a good
You
thing.
are dead to me.
No,
Oh.
the new ones. The
Okay.
new ones.
I was about
the
to
new
go,
ones.
Phil, calm
No.
down. This movie was awful.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. I've
Oh,
seen
no.
those. I love those.
That
That
movie.
was childhood.
That movie is
Right.
actually perfect to this date.
Isn't the new ones on like Netflix now or something?
Yes.
So it should be on my list. I should watch it.
I believe so.
It
Oh,
is,
you can-
and every time I go past it, Bobby goes, "Can we watch Turtles?" I go, "That's not Turtles, Bobby."
At least you're training the kids. Well, and even like the turtles, they look less terrifying in the second trailer.
They've toned them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they can't really redesign them, but they've toned them down. Like Mikey doesn't look so much like Shrek.
He still looks like Shrek, but not nearly as much
No.
as he used to.
And
He's
Billy,
less annoying.
Billy, if you want to see the best scene in the first Turtles, the first new Turtle movie,
I
is
think Bill just had a stroke.
look up, just look up the elevator scene.
I've seen the elevator scene.
that is the best part.
elevator scene.
That's all you need to watch.
because
Yeah.
That was pure turtles.
Yeah.
Like that Ninja Turtles.
and this is like it's harnessing it more, so it feels good.
Looking at the images
There
of
is this-
Rocksteady, though, they look good. Like it
They
looks
do.
like a
I mean,
good-
it's
No, they
CGI,
do look really good.
a
It's
really
completely
faithful design.
unapologetic CGI, but it has to be.
Well,
But
I feel like Rocksteady could look a little bit better. Like Bebop's there, but like there's just some shots of the CG Rocksteady that doesn't look fantastic.
and they might still be cleaning it up.
yeah, no,
But
and they got the time to clean it up. So
And
they
that's your problem with doing a majority CG movie. Like when you're doing movies that are almost all in CG or large amounts of CG, there's always going to be parts of it that look like shit.
Well, like, but this trailer, well, the first trailer did, but the second trailer had another same shot of the turtles going down like a river with Rocksteady firing at them from a tank. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see this movie at this point.
I wish the one line that was in the first trailer that I did like, because I brought it up with the Shogun, but I bring it up again because literally the first trailer, my favorite line is the whole scene where Raphael turns Mikey's head to show them Bebop and Rocksteady for the first time, and he's like, "Good for you, bringing back the mohawk." And Bebop's response is, it's not funny, but it's hilarious
Like,
to
"Oh,
me.
y'all got
Oh,
He goes,
oh, you all got
jokes."
jokes, and I love that. I love that because that is so Bebop. You know?
Absolutely.
It seems like those movies hit like a glimmer of what people love about that series. And I was self-admittedly never a huge TMNT fan. Like I watched it, but I wasn't dedicated to it.
That's
Power
fine.
Rangers was on at the same time.
Power Rangers was my thing. I was a Power Rangers kid.
Well,
Yeah.
you see, I was both, so you failed.
But but like looking at it, it seems like there's moments in each of these movies, at least from the clips I've seen online, that like it hits the stride sometimes really well of what they originally aimed for, and then there's parts that just completely miss everything that was good about it and just kind of destroys that.
Well, as we talked about the first of we haven't really talked about what happened in the second trailer.
The big one.
The big one, again, we find ourselves on a very high structure, maybe even
I
in
think
the
it's the
sky,
Purpose Realm.
fighting a
I
giant
think it's supposed to
CG
be
version.
the Purpose Realm.
I know, but it's just the ending of the first one was on top of a skyscraper fighting a CG
yeah.
shredder. So this is on top of something fighting a CG Krang, and
Right.
we got to see his. Was it just called the exosuit? No, it was called something in the show. I don't remember.
His body.
His body. And we got to see what looks to be their Krang or their Untrons or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And it looks good. I don't know.
I really want the guy who played him in the cartoon to come back and play Krang in this fucking movie, because then I'm in a Michael Bay movie. Like, I would just really enjoy that. if they did
It
that.
giant turtles.
Like, that guy hasn't probably done any shit since the 80s. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know if he's alive. But
If
Yeah.
he's dead, we're sorry. Not sorry. So yeah, we're all in this kind of general idea that maybe it's not gonna suck dick.
This might be pretty good, I think.
Because it's embracing the crazy and the weird, and it's not trying to be too serious. Except, okay,
oh,
stop showing us the goddamn scene of Megan Fox walking down some fucking hallway
Right.
in a sexy schoolgirl outfit.
it's a
Get
sexy
her
school
out.
I literally think
Go on.
Michael Bay, I think he was like, he went to the producers. He's not directing this one. I think he went to the director.
He's
and he
banging
said,
her.
I know y'all want your Casey Jones, and y'all want your Krang, and your Rocksteady, and your Bebop, and all this other shit. You can get all that as long as I get one fucking shot of Megan Fox in a schoolgirl outfit walking down a hallway.
I need I need my wank material.
Yeah, he's banging her. There's no way.
But like both trailers had the exact same moment where it just shows her the same scene. I'm just like, get it out of here. Just focus on the fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Birch, which one are we gonna talk about next?
Okay, so 1 month from yesterday, we're getting a second season of Daredevil, and I want to talk about that.
Real quick, we will get to finishing up Jessica Jones before we crack into Daredevil season 2.
Yeah,
Life's been busy. So,
so
we got
Daredevil season 2.
the first part of a 2-part trailer.
Part 2's coming out on Thursday, I think.
Have you guys seen it? Guests, Billy and John?
Yes, I have seen it.
I just know Shane's in it from Walking Dead.
So
This is true.
this is. I'm starting to realize that this is foolish, but it's just, it shows how all of these have been handled in past years. That I have been incredibly worried about every new Netflix show, even though both of them have been great, and I'm really excited for Luke Cage. I'm super excited for Iron Fist, and I'm like, oh, they're putting the Punisher in Daredevil season 2, and I go, oh god, don't fuck up the Punisher, please don't fuck up the Punisher. I was worried because part of me.
We've seen him fuck up before.
I've seen him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. I love Tom Jane's Punisher. Ray, is it Stevens? Yes. I liked his Punisher. The only thing that wasn't good in Punisher Warzone was the dude playing. Oh fuck! What was the bad guy's name? I don't know. It was so bad. He was the worst.
Travolta?
No, not John Travolta was in Tom Jane's, and he was bad. And in the last one, the hero was bad. Jigsaw was terrible. He was fucking terrible.
I love the Saw movies.
I'm gonna punch you in the throat. So I mean, I was worried. I was really worried, and I didn't know how it was gonna work out. Even though the guy they got playing the Punisher is really good, he'll be great in it. And this trailer put me to bed with a big happy smile on my face because it's good.
Because they didn't fuck up the Punisher.
They didn't fuck up the Punisher. Like it starts
and clearly,
with,
season 1 was all Daredevil fighting Wilson Fisk. That was the big subtitle of season 1, and obviously this is Daredevil versus the Punisher. They got to get Punisher right, and it seems like they have.
Well, so he has this great monologue. I'd call it a monologue at the end of the trailer that just goes, "Yes, you're doing this right, no problem." Because he's like, "When you knock them down, they get back up. When I knock them down, they don't. You're a what does he call him? Not a
he says you're a half measure.
Half measure, yeah. You're a liability." And he has some other great lines, and then he just goes, "You're one bad day away from being me." And I'm like, this is fucking great.
Which, by the way, people who are all like, "You stole that line from the Killing Joke." No, they didn't, because that line actually first appeared in one of the earlier runs of Daredevil. So fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, you know how those Batman fans are.
Those Batman fans, what twats.
Not me.
What do you got? John, Billy, what do you got to say on this trailer?
So I've been buying slowly. Unfortunately, I have a million other things I'm doing right now, so I've slowly been catching up on Netflix series, and I just recently finished Daredevil season 1, so I'm really geeked for season 2. I haven't watched Jessica Jones yet, so don't even start. I watched the first episode, and I didn't get the time to watch it. I'm geeked for Daredevil. If MCU keeps doing their TV universe right, I have no complaints. In all honesty, I don't have a hell of a lot to say about it. I'm just glad to see, what's the name of the guy? Shane? The guy who plays Daredevil? I actually really like him as an actor.
You mean Punisher?
Or Punisher, yeah. Shane. I call him Shane.
That's it. Don't worry. For the longest time, I called Steve Buscemi Rex because I couldn't say his name.
He's a great actor. I think he carries roles really well. I just saw him in what movie did I watch the other day? John Bernthal, that's it. Yeah. In Sicario the other day.
Oh, how was that movie?
Really good. He has a really small part in it, but he kills it. He does a really good job. So anytime I get to see him in more TV shows, I'm fine with it.
Okay. John?
I have to break it to you guys. I have not really watched Daredevil. I powered through Jessica Jones, I think 2 days, but I did not get around to see Daredevil. So yeah, I'm gonna go fix that.
Do
Yeah.
that if you aren't in love with the fight choreography by episode 2.
Yeah.
No, I know, and I've
it up.
seen the hallway scene.
The hallway
Right.
scene is so good.
Yeah, and but yeah, I know that's something I gotta watch
Oh.
because I'm not as geeked as you guys for Punisher, and I don't
Oh
really
my
know
God.
much about the Punisher.
What would you like to know about the Punisher, sir?
Phil's our resident expert.
Bill takes out
No,
giant
no,
book.
no, we don't have to go into it now. I'm
No.
just saying.
No, it's more of I didn't know how dark they were gonna go with the
Right.
Punisher, and I don't know, maybe because I'm a dad, but the Punisher story hits real close to home, like
Right.
way too close to home. That like if a mob hit crew took out my family, would I go crazy and start killing people? Yes,
Probs.
yes, I would. And this
And
is
then
my
what if you ran
confession.
into some whackhead in a red suit who wanted to stop you from killing people?
And he was a half measure? I'd beat the fuck out of him.
So really,
See
who are we
into it,
rooting for?
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the great thing. Who are we rooting for? The second trailer is going to focus on Elektra, which I'm worried about, only because I feel Elektra is overrated.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really I mean, and part of it is that the only Elektra I've seen on screen is Jennifer Garner,
Which isn't good.
which was not good. And I want to see something more I want to see something differently done with Elektra than just I have a Greek accent and I am kind of in love with you, but I'm also mad because my dad got killed. And
Yeah, we'll see how it is. And anybody who goes out there and reads that Frank Miller already disowned her, don't read into that. Frank Miller's crazy. Okay? Remember that. Frank Miller is insane.
yeah.
Don't believe me? Go watch The Spirit or Sin City 2. Okay?
Uh,
Or read The Dark Knight Strikes Back.
yeah.
That one is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So you picked Daredevil. Billy, what do you want to talk about? I know what one you're talking about.
10 Cloverfield Lane's what I want to talk about. I am completely geeked for that movie.
Okay, this trailer, the first trailer. This is trailer 2. First trailer came out of goddamn nowhere.
Well, and the first trailer
That was the most surprising thing.
well, and
Yeah.
with because J.J. Abrams, I resident expert. I love the first movie and the alternate reality game to go along with it. I was huge on that. The first trailer was great with the I think we're alone now and the slowing down and like the mystery that Cloverfield did really well. And the second trailer is a lot of the same. There's some more
We
footage.
didn't get more information. We got one big vital piece of information that I felt like from 1 to 2, and that's that Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman are not related.
Yeah,
Right.
Which because the first one you got a kind of feeling that maybe they're a family.
you're right.
Right.
This one you find out that John Goodman's just saving people.
Right.
Maybe question
And-
mark.
There's a lot of like allusions to that there's people outside who are trying to get in or everyone outside is dead or there's just the one thing that
I don't know how truthful he's being in the trailer. Like he says everyone outside is dead, but we can't tell if we can trust him yet.
right and the whole
Yeah, exactly.
Cloverfield mythos is to just confuse the fuck out of everyone with trailers until we actually see the movie, which is what I'm excited for. It comes out March 11th. So.
Which is really close for the like. This
is
is
very
this
Less
is
than a month away. Like
insanely
Yeah.
ballsy, ballsy, and I love it.
Well, and disregard any of the rumors that it was originally a script that was not Cloverfield related and then they did reshoots. Apparently everyone who's seen early cuts of the original movie is saying it's nothing like what was originally filmed, and that might have just been a ploy to get people off their back from the initial beginning, because J.J. Abrams is really crazy secretive about that kind of stuff.
Well, not to mention, I'm sorry, I will go see anything with John Goodman. I love John Goodman.
I was
And-
just saying that today. I love John Goodman.
And Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I love her too. So this is like 2 checks growing, no problem. Cloverfield, first one was okay for me. I didn't love it, but
Yeah.
it was okay. I'm there.
it's kept me enough in the dark that I don't know what the hell's going on yet. And I'm sure J.J. Abrams is because he always does this. He's very specific about what you get to see before the movie comes out. So
Yeah. He's a smart guy. I trust him with a lot of things, so I can't complain. I'm geeked for the movie. The trailers have been really beautifully edited and I think very well put together. Like I said, the first trailer was great. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work and instead of getting ready, watch that trailer like 6 times and was just like, what?
So because when you're watching it, sometimes I wish like YouTube had a way to hide titles because you're watching it and you're just like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you go 10 lane Cloverfield. No way.
Well, and just like everyone does with all those movies, there's been the people who scrub those trailers second by second to find all the ARG stuff. Like, apparently the bottle she hits him in the face with is a pop company that, like, is part of the ARG. So, like, people are going through that website and, like, ordering things. And I guess every time they order pop, they send them, like, 2 pieces to a puzzle. And, like, so all these puzzle pieces
it's happening again.
They're doing it again.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the mark... I frequent the subreddit all the time.
That was one of my most favorite viral marketing campaigns of all time. Probably my favorite one.
Go check out the one that they have for 10 Cloverfield Lane now.
I'm Googling it right now.
No, I honestly believe the only people who've ever really done viral marketing right has been Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else is like, oh, we're going to lead to the... Like, The Dark Knight tried to do it, and I was like, this is no Cloverfield.
They did a half-assed one.
Move along.
Yeah.
Just... Like, even Star Trek, when they rebooted that, they tried to do it. It was lame. Move along.
Yeah. So, that's probably actually, next month we get to see 2 awesome movies. For me, it's going to be 10 Cloverfield Lane and Batman v Superman's out next month, so I'll be happy to go to the movies.
All right. John Rhodes, we got
Yeah.
Batman v Superman, Independence Day 2, and Cap Civil War left. Which one do you want?
Ooh. You know what? Let's do Independence Day 2.
Okay.
Personally, like, I'm not very excited for it. I don't know. I feel like now that we've kind of grown up with all the CG and like all of the New York destruction movies, like, it's kind of nothing new now. When we saw the first one, it was like new to us and it was amazing, and yeah. So I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling meh about the second one.
I'm not going to disagree with you. It's true. You're right. It just what gets me excited for this is that this movie should never have been made, and yet here it is, and it went pure science fiction off the deep end, and I'm excited for it. Like, with the idea of that we're not in our reality anymore. They have since advanced our technology, and I'm just like, okay, so now we have like space fighter jets. Okay, why not? And like all this weird shit, and I was like, oh god, this is either gonna be a giant train wreck or just like the popcorn flick to end all popcorn flicks. And I am excited for it because
But isn't that every disaster movie?
yeah, but you know what? Jeff Goldblum. Nothing. I don't know. You're right in every sense of way, but I don't know why I'm excited for this. I didn't expect this to be made. I didn't know it was going to be real, and they went full blown a direction I didn't expect them to ever take. In the sense of, we've had 20 years to prepare, and then their tagline is, so did they. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, let's do it.
I'm sure it'll be a fun movie to go and see with, like, go with your boys and go and see it and, like, watch some shit get blown up. But I don't know. Can you? I was watching an interview. Can you do this movie without Will Smith? Do you think they can do as well without him?
Well, Will Smith didn't want in, and then he got real bitchy about his character being killed off. So I don't care.
Yeah,
move away. Okay,
perfect.
That's my problem. He's like, he didn't want to do it, so they killed him off, and now he's upset that he got killed off. What are we supposed to do here?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Right.
You can't win with the Smiths sometimes.
No, you can't. Mr. Birch, which one do you want to hit?
Let's just get Batman and Superman in there.
You say that like the final trailer was bad.
Well, you're right. It's mostly I'm just kind of getting bogged down by all the marketing for this movie. I just want to see it and be done with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's that last push right before, the month before the movie comes out. They have to do a little more to hype it up. So throw out the last trailer, say it's the last trailer, and be done with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, this last trailer was probably the only trailer I needed to see. It was
block.
It showed nothing outrageous. Doomsday. It didn't. We had a very toned down Lex Luthor, other than like boys.
I love bringing people together.
You leave him alone. Fuck you guys. You leave him alone. He's gonna be just fine.
And then it had what the core of the movie is probably going to be: Batman's motivation of taking on Supes, and Superman being like, "Bitch, you're a fly. Get away from me," and like, you know, literally not trying because he doesn't want to kill him until the last shot where Batman blocks a punch from Superman, and Superman's facial expressions are, "The fuck?"
Yeah. that writer's armor that Batman seems to get from time to time, though.
Yeah, too strong.
This is coming from... I love Batman. Batman's one of my favorite. I own a billion compendiums of Batman work and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he does very much to an extent have like, oh, hey, Batman's going to fight Superman. We'll just give him gauntlets that can block. Kryptonite gauntlets. Go, send it. Good.
I don't remember, because when I posted this trailer, there was a huge thread on my Facebook that was annoying, that one of our friends just kind of like, this is dumb if such and such and such and such, and I just went into like, if Superman wanted Batman dead, Batman would be dead. Fact. Yeah. Fact. Yeah. And any Batman fan who says anything else is wrong.
Right, so they have to find enough reason to balance out. Like, so you're saying the big idea is to find the reason why Batman wants to take on Superman, but there has to be a reason enough for Superman not to just go and then break Batman's neck for him to not do that.
And our friend Michael Knight brought that up in a post once, that he said, you know, one of the reasons why a Batman vs Superman fight should happen towards the end of their relationship, or like, you know, much further down the line, is because there's a relationship there that, you know, Clark might be sent to take out Batman, like in The Dark Knight Returns, but he doesn't want to kill Bruce. He's just there to stop Bruce, because Bruce is causing too much shit. And, you know, the only reason why Bruce wins the fight in Batman, in The Dark Knight Returns, is because Superman didn't want to hurt his friend, and Bruce went off the fucking deep end. Like, literally went crazy. And I find it interesting that in this movie they're just going strictly off of the moral compass of Superman, that I'm wondering if we're going to see it waver towards the middle of the fight, that he might be losing. Like he did by breaking Zod's neck, because, you know, in this Man of Steel, we have, yes, he's morally the Boy Scout, but there is a breaking point for him, and it's Zod's neck. You beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's not going a mile away.
I hope he snaps Doomsday's neck. I would love that.
That'd be perfect.
I hope he just snaps everybody's neck throughout the whole movie.
It's
every time he does it,
up like you.
It's like watching The Mercenaries from Resident Evil 4.
Camera like.
It's like playing Hunk on Mercenaries in Resident Evil 4. Just neck snap, neck snap, neck snap, neck snap. What?
What if like Zack Snyder just went full balls to the wall and killed Batman at the end?
I would laugh. And then go buy a ticket to watch it again.
Hello, you bastard.
No, it's not that I hate Batman. It's just he's become too overpowered.
Yeah.
That's my beef. I used to love Batman. Batman animated series, still good. I show Bobby that all the time. He loves it.
Okay? You're a good dad.
I try to be. The one other thing we got in this trailer was, someone help me out with her name. Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Godot.
Godot. We got her actually saying a line, because she has a very thick accent in real life.
Yes.
She can pull off American fine. We're okay.
Yeah, thank God.
Or Amazonian or whatever.
This isn't another Bane thing where we can't understand a damn word.
I love Bane.
I loved Bane's voice.
But in those earlier trailers, man, they were...
Well, do you carry a cup just in case whenever you need to do a Bane voice?
It just sounds... I'm fine with her. She's going to be great.
No,
I think that shot of her jumping towards like that fire with her shield up was pretty
looks
badass.
great. We also got live action, or as close to live action as we're going to get, Arkham style combat on the film of the opening.
Yeah, that was a multi-fear takedown if ever I've seen it.
Yeah. But that was the thing. Like, I was watching a couple people talk about it. It's like that kind of shows how grizzled Batman is at this point, because he just goes and it's like, like he's not trying to be nice. He's just wiping people out.
He's just beating the shit out of people.
Right. But I mean, he's doing it in a way that's calculated. It seems like he seems experienced, at least in that part of it.
Yeah.
So we kind of get that idea that he is older and working harder.
Some people... Okay, so there was a comment made by the director, or maybe it was one of the writers or something, that basically said, in this movie, Batman is not a gentle kind of guy. He's actually judge, jury, and executioner. And a lot of people have taken that to say that, oh my god, Batman kills in this movie. We haven't seen that necessarily. But
I don't think he kills. I think it's just more of a harsher tone because we've heard that he brands people, and we've seen that he brands people, and that, you know, you could say whatever you want, but like some of those takedowns, because we're talking an Arkham video game universe here, they're pretty mild compared to what he does in the video game. I've seen a lot of dislocated shoulders and broken legs, and go fuck yourself because I broke your fist.
Yeah.
So, I really wish they would have led with this trailer, and this was the only trailer we got because it's everything we needed it to be.
Yeah.
Personally.
I agree. Yeah.
We're going to wrap up Civil War real quick. We didn't get anything new other than Ant-Man in a shot. Okay, we're good.
Thank God. We know he's in the movie now.
Yeah, we know Ant-Man's there. Fucking
by the way,
bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Ant-Man is still, in my eyes, so far, next to Guardians, probably the two best Marvel movies so far in my eyes in terms of being reinventive and being new and breaking away from that formula. So I'm excited to see more Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was okay until the last third of the movie, and then it just kind of got so-so.
I did not see Ant-Man.
I was fine with it.
My problem with Ant-Man, I think I've said it before, but my problem is that they do the science from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and they were in the sense that the shrinking takes away the space between atoms. So technically you weigh the same as when you're big than you are small, but you hit harder. But then they don't institute it later as he jumps on someone's gun and they don't fall over because there's 200 pounds of muscle there, or that Hank Pym is carrying a fucking tank in his pocket that should weigh about 16 tons. Or the fact that, you know, when they blow up Thomas the Tank Engine to huge portions, it should be the weight of a balloon. That's my problem with it. Also, that once the whole movie is set up as a heist movie, as soon as the heist starts, it kind of gets so-so, and then the villain happens, and he's so by the numbers, it's boring.
Which is what 90% of Marvel Cinematic Universe villains are.
Yeah, but it's literally Iron Man again.
That's what all Marvel Cinematic Universe villains feel like.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was different, and I would even say that Ronan was different.
Yeah, Guardians. Guardians is one of the most...
Yeah.
And I was Loki, because, you know, the internet says Loki was great.
I don't like Loki.
And I liked Ultron, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it was okay.
No.
Speaking about Marvel movies,
Uh-oh.
let's talk about Deadpool.
Yeah.
So you guys know, this is not our Deadpool review. That's coming up as soon as Mr. Birch sees
I'll
the
get
movie.
on it.
He gets on the movie. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get to it. Movie's great, okay? Surprise. Who knew?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
literally, who knew?
But there was a lot riding on this, especially for Ryan Reynolds, who is...
Well,
I said this a million times. I probably said this on here too. I feel like as a huge comic book nerd, gets offered these roles as like yes, and then reads the script and is like, what the hell?
well, that's the nice thing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know how involved he was in Deadpool until you started hearing, no, I executive produced it because I wanted this done right.
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 He goes, I threw
Right.
money in on it because I wanted this movie done the way it needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he did it.
Yeah.
Like-
and the movie's
Yeah.
great.
Now they've already greenlit a sequel.
Which
They're
is,
already writing
Yeah.
the sequel.
And-
They're on it now.
like, this movie was made for peanuts. Like, what, 40 million or something like that? 44
Right.
million?
Intentionally made with a small budget.
Yeah, and they make jokes about it in the movie that it's a small budget. Especially,
58 million.
okay, so that's, I mean, still, that's cheap. That's an independent film, for Christ's sake, you know? Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
When
And-
you're talking about Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, yeah, totally. Or Marvel movies in general. I'm sorry, not
Yeah.
MCU.
But, like, it blows my... this movie should not exist. Deadpool is a fringe character that should not have been put on the screen in his own film. It's bizarre to me, okay? To think that I would have had a Deadpool movie that was actually legit and made by Fox, you told me that... if you told me that 10 years ago, I'd laugh in your face and said you were lying, you know? It's just because I didn't expect this film
Yeah.
to be that good, too. It just... I don't understand. I really don't
Well, now
understand.
it's opened up a new door for Fox because now they're saying the next Wolverine movie is going to be R-rated.
Oh, let's talk about what Hollywood's going to do wrong about Deadpool. Then.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Everyone's pointing that Deadpool did great because it was R. No.
No, that's not the case at all.
Deadpool did great because it was made with love to the original comics and the character.
Is it really the first? I mean, Kick-Ass was a R-rated hero movie.
It wasn't. It wasn't the first. It's not.
That did relatively well.
I mean, The Punisher had 3 movies, and they were all R. The Crow, Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of Blade, 1, 2, and 3. So I mean, it's not that it was the first. It's just that everyone this is the problem with this is going to be, and I think James Gunn said it best, is that there's going to be a bunch of copycats now.
Yeah, James Gunn was talking about it. Yeah,
and because to bring up James Gunn, the other movie that should have never been fucking made, and I'm so glad that I was wrong, is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I had said it. You guys have probably heard me say it before, not on the podcast because this was after Guardians came out. It was that Guardians shouldn't be made. This is a huge fucking risk. This is insane. You know, this is like the fringe of the fringe that even like hardcore nerds that if you ask Chris Krause, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't fucking know. A raccoon and a talking tree. I don't know. Because that's what Guardians was. It's like, for me, it'd be like, yeah, I know Rocket Raccoon and Groot are in it, and there's a guy named Star-Lord who's a huge douche. I don't fucking know. You know?
Right. I think like you said, Bill, you nailed it perfectly. It's about making a movie with love, which is basically what any good movie is at the end of the day. It's made with love, it's made with a precise style.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool, the character, comic-wise, cartoon-wise, is a style. And if you hit that style on all fronts, it's going to be a good movie. People are going to like it.
And then that's the thing, like, Deadpool did all those things, but it had a good story behind it, like something to drive you into it, which was really weird for them to pick a love story of all things for Deadpool to focus on. But fuck me, it worked. I don't understand.
But they still made the whole basis of the story.
It was like one part,
it was still
one part
Deadpool.
revenge, 2 parts romance, and then all Deadpool all the time.
And to stay away from spoilers, I don't want to spoil it too much for Chris Birch, but he loves her. Everyone knows Deadpool looks fucked up, like his face is all messed up. But the whole reason he doesn't go back to her is because he's afraid she's going to think he's ugly. Like, there's nothing that's stopping her from going up to his girlfriend and being like, hey, I love you, and being together. It's still the Deadpool reason for the love story.
Yeah, no, and it's done well. It's...
Oh, no, I just want to say, like, I'm glad they kept it dramatic to him.
Yes.
And it wasn't all just jokes. I'm glad we saw kind of the sadness of Deadpool.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of emotion there when it comes back to the love story. Don't get me wrong, this movie is hilarious from beginning to end. It's great, but there's these touching moments of like, it's not a real big spoiler. I'm gonna try to stay away from it for Birch, but like the scene where he finds out he has cancer, was such a good heart-to-heart moment, and that line he has was. It's not too big of a spoiler. You know he has cancer, right, Birch? He has cancer. Spoilers. He says something along the lines of, she's already on plan B, C, D, and E.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm too busy memorizing her face like the first time I ever saw her and the last time I'll ever see her again. And you go, this was the guy who was making dick jokes 5 minutes ago. Where did this come from? I'm for it. Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing I was happy about was that it wasn't every 30 seconds him going, hey, audience, we're going to talk now. And, like they made the fourth wall break that makes Deadpool so cool. They used it at opportune times.
And they even did the thing that's classic in the comics where he goes, never mind. Where he's like, he talks to the audience. Someone says, who are you talking to? Not you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And finally, they got my favorite mutant done right. Colossus was everything.
Colossus?
Yeah. Colossus was literally finally the first perfect Colossus we've ever seen.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
It was good as long as movies stick, especially comic book movies stick to the style of that character.
Yeah.
It's not about the R rating. It's really about being stylistic. But I think Deadpool does to an extent open up the idea of rated R movies are not Everyone always believes they're financial risks to do an R-rated
Well,
movie.
they are, because you're cutting a lot of your fans out. But the thing is,
Cutting off, yeah.
it's like Wolverine 3 is going to be R-rated. Wolverine, listen, here's a controversial thing. Wolverine does not need to be R-rated.
No.
Wolverine, like, I was talking to Chris
No.
Cross about this, that if what I would want to see out of an R-rated Wolverine film is if they went back to Project Weapon X, and it was more of a psychological fuck-up. That, like, it wasn't any extra gruesome, but it was just such a psychological mindfuck on Wolverine, you didn't want to see kids see it. Because it would just be like that screwed up, where he's like literally hunting in his underwear with the dome on his head because they're processing him to be a killing machine.
Yeah.
That's like, I'd like to see that, not like him just ripping through people and blood and guts everywhere, because I don't need to see that. I'm over, obscene amount of blood and gore,
Right.
and I don't need him to swear every 5 seconds. I don't need that.
I don't need it to be edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Exactly. That's because that's the problem we're gonna get, is because Hollywood's stupid. They're gonna think that R-rated, over the top gore and comedy and swear words are gonna be the new thing. So we're gonna get a huge string of those all of a sudden, and it's gonna suck. Because
Yeah, and I just want to going back to Deadpool. Like one of the main controversies was that it was going to be so gory.
it wasn't.
And I don't know if I've just been like desensitized or anything like that, but like I did not think it was that gory.
It was the gore they did was tasteful in the sense of. It sounds weird saying gore and tasteful together, but
Right,
like
no.
in the sense of like he gets shot in the arm. It's just in the trailer, and he looks up and through the bullet hole, and you see
Yeah.
like blood and bone.
I think the only
right.
thing that really would get people is like the self-mutilation in it when he cuts off his own hand, and that might be something that...
Spoilers.
Sorry. Well, he
But
cuts
that
himself.
was
I'd heard about that scene.
that was
yeah.
also kind of done in a humorous way.
Yeah.
It wasn't like torturous. It wasn't like bad to him.
And they cut away at like him cutting it off.
Yeah.
Right.
And like one of probably the most gruesome kills, he literally turns the camera away for the joke. I mean, a lot of this was done tastefully. Yeah, there's boobs in it because he goes to a strip club. Yeah, he swears a lot.
Spoiler, boobs. Spoiler,
Boobs, boobs,
Thank
There
you,
are
Will.
lots of
Chris.
boobs, boobies just everywhere. Boobies everywhere.
Everywhere.
But like I don't know. I think you're right. I don't think it was overly gory. And
No, not at all.
And it's funny, I didn't make two and two together, that like James Gunn in his talk actually made a dig against Suicide Squad. I didn't notice that. He says that, after Guardians came out, I just started seeing, a bunch of the next Guardians, or, classic rock song showing up with funny quips in it. And then I went,
Right.
Suicide Squad was literally Bohemian Rhapsody with quips.
Right.
And then to seal the deal, someone edited Guardians of the Galaxy with Bohemian Rhapsody with Worst Heroes Ever as the tagline, and realized that Guardians of the Galaxy looked better. It's so true, though. It's like they did all of it, and like they put most of the stuff from the trailer, but it's like, yeah, Guardians does it better than what Suicide Squad's gonna do. And I don't know, I'll gladly eat the crow if Suicide Squad's good, but
But thank God Jared Leto sent dead pigs to the cast, because that's totally what Joker would do.
Let's not talk about this right now. I don't want to argue with
no,
you guys.
it's just the sense that if you look at trends after Guardians and after the Avengers, because remember in Phase 1 when it was happening, DC was like, we're not worried about your Iron Man, we have the Dark Knight, and we're gonna do the next Nolan one.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden the Avengers drop, and they went, oh shit, we need to get a universe together.
Yeah.
And then they've been struggling to put Man of Steel together and put Batman vs Superman together, and then Guardians drop. And they go, oh shit, we need something like that. And it's like you see these forms of waves of trends, and I'm worried of what Deadpool's going to bring without them really looking at what made Deadpool work.
Right.
Love to the character, love to that universe, and love behind everything.
Yeah.
Which
Love
is
conquers all.
Deadpool 2016.
Yeah.
So that's my point. We'll
Yeah.
get to our full review of spoilers at a later date. But my point is, I'm just worried about what Hollywood's going to do and what they're going to screw up next. Which I'm glad that the Punisher's in Daredevil season 2, because they can't make another Punisher film.
Thank God.
That's true.
I mean, we could always get Dolph Lundgren back.
No,
Speaking of Dolph Lundgren, did you guys see the Kindergarten Cop 2 trailer?
No, I didn't watch
is Arnold
that.
Schwarzenegger in it?
Dolph Lundgren's in it.
Then
I
I'm not
don't
watching.
care. I don't care.
I didn't watch it.
That's like when they did Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but like at least Dolph
They
Lundgren
made it
wasn't.
Jingle All the Way 2?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's terrible. I watched
Don't
the
bother.
entire thing.
Did he turn into
Don't bother.
Turbo Man? Turbo
No,
Man?
it has nothing to do with Turbo Man. Turbo Man's not even in it.
That's bullshit.
Speaking about movies, let's go into our personal top 5 quotable movies of all time. These
Okay.
are what you quote the most in life or anything like that. I know Billy didn't come prepared, so we're gonna do him last.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking.
fine.
Go ahead.
John, do you have any right now?
I have top 3.
Yeah, that works. If you come up
I have
with two
top
more.
3. So, and you guys are going to probably see like a little theme here.
All right.
And I'm just being totally honest, but I quote Tropic Thunder maybe 4 times a day.
This is what I'm gonna do for maximum respect, and you can't see it, but I'm gonna give you a golf clap. That's maximum
Okay.
respect right there. Bud.
Yeah.
That was like the first movie I saw multiple times in theaters for the longest time I can remember because that movie was
I
just
love
so
that
good.
movie so much, and so does my wife, and so we quote it to each other all the time.
That movie's so good.
So good.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Did you say Lance?
Second movie is actually Zoolander.
Have you seen the second one
Yeah.
yet?
No, yeah, actually, I have seen the second one.
Is it good?
No, it's god awful.
Oh,
That's what I
damn.
heard.
God.
Okay,
It's-
okay,
it's
hold on.
so bad.
Hold on. Okay, the one thing that might redeem it is Will Ferrell hilarious.
No, not even Will Ferrell saves it.
Damn it. Okay.
There's like one scene that I would watch again, but everything else was garbage.
Okay, because though you
Oh
said
no! I just went on Rotten Tomatoes and it's at 23%.
Rock
no.
and roll.
Oh no!
Bill, there were more cameos than there were jokes in the movie.
That sucks. Okay,
Yeah,
to,
it was-
to be
it was
fair, the first like dozen times I watched Zoolander, I only liked one scene.
Oh, I
Really?
like Zoolander a lot.
There's only one scene that I really okay. It's from the Billy Zane cameo to David Duchovny, which is more than one scene, but that's like the only part I really like because Billy
Right.
Zane is hilarious, and then David Bowie shows up because David
Because
Bowie,
he's amazing.
rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace, God of music.
Alien.
And then David Duchovny is just hilarious in that movie. I'm a hand
So-
model, not one of those face and bodies.
So yeah, we have Zoolander.
Okay.
And then my third one really is Austin Powers Goldmember.
Gold member, really, of all of them?
Yeah. Oh, I love Goldmember.
I only saw it once. I need to see it again.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's one of those movies that like I saw once in movies and then it kind of escaped me forever.
I would highly recommend rewatching it.
I plan on it. So what?
But
Since you only
Yeah.
have 3, I want to ask, what is your
do.
most quotable one from each movie? Like, what's the one that what's your go-to every time?
so Tropic Thunder. Usually, if like we're watching something and someone's like halfway dead, I do the Robert Downey survive kind of deal.
That one I go to more than I like to admit. Survive.
Survive. And I say, Lance, what the fuck did I just hear?
That man was
Who the
up for an
fuck
Oscar.
is
Did you say Lance?
God, I love that movie.
That's a theme song to the Jeffersons. Just because that don't make it not true.
That's right. Hey man, everyone's gay once in a while.
I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Welcome to the Tropic Thunder quote hour starring Bill.
Yeah, there
and
it
Todd
is.
Rhodes.
Okay, so survive.
For Zoolander, any opportunity I get to say you googly, I say that.
Well done.
Yep. And then anything small, it's always a something for ants.
Center for Ants.
Perfect. I think my fun piece of trivia. My favorite part of that whole movie is that Ben Stiller forgot his line when David Duchovny was talking to him, and he goes, "But what about male models? Are you kidding me? I just told you." Mr. Birch, Mr. Birch, do you have any?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay, what you got? In no particular order, your top 5.
In no particular order, I don't really like quote movies that much, but the ones that I remember like with the most memorable lines, number 1 is Anchorman.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Solid
probably
choice.
Yeah. This is it still holds up. Fuck it. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah. Yep.
There it
Still
is.
lot of lines from that one. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay. You're getting a lot of classics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Minus Anchorman.
The Breakfast Club.
Damn.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hitting home.
Jeez.
What do you
Yeah,
quote
right?
from the Breakfast Club?
Huh?
Hey, what do you quote from the Breakfast
I
Club?
don't
you quote
personally
from
quote.
the
I'm just thinking of like most memorable lines. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then like probably The Big Lebowski.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Perfect.
So
I just want to say that I have this weird relationship with Anchorman. I remember when it came out and everyone thought it sucked. And then everyone's like,
Yeah.
okay.
and then we all looked back 10 years later and thought, I guess that was probably the best one of his movies.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's really
Sure.
weird that it's become this cult, like massive cult thing now. Like it's not even cult anymore. It's just widely accepted as being good. But like I remember when it came out, everyone's like, the fight was okay, but the rest of it sucked. You know?
I still
Yeah.
not a big fan of that movie, but
neither
Brick
am
is
I.
my favorite part of that movie, and I know he's everyone's favorite part of that movie. But
Right.
like, especially in Anchorman 2, which is not nearly as good as Anchorman 1. But Brick is still the best part of both of those movies. Steve Carell kills it in them.
I would have to agree. And
Yeah.
and no, the second one wasn't as good as the first one, but after seeing the second one, I quoted it a lot for a long time,
Yeah.
But it didn't make
which
the
was
list.
weird.
But it didn't make the list.
Could have tried it.
Billy, you want me to go before you go?
Yeah, you
yours?
go.
Okay.
I'm.
All right. So in no particular order, Die Hard, the original, is one of my biggest. The
Are you
usual.
just like killing people all the time?
No, it's just more of when I prove somebody wrong, and I just mutter to myself, "You think I'm fucking stupid, Hans?" or "Welcome to the party, pal," stuff like that. It's probably one of my lower ones. The Usual Suspects is on there because anytime I see my dad, we can talk up a conversation about The Usual Suspects, and it usually starts with a quote. Just
Right.
anything from it. And also because the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was proving that, making the world believe that he didn't exist.
Yeah.
Yep. Then these are my top 3. These are the big ones. These are the huge ones. Big Trouble in Little China.
Really?
That is a staple in my household of my growing up. So my brother, my sister, me, we will quote Jack Burton lines to each other like none other.
Okay.
Because I love that movie. Like I told my ex-wife, I never drive any faster than I can see, and it's all in the reflexes anyways. If you don't watch that movie for Kurt Russell, you're watching it wrong.
What are you doing?
Yeah. It's one of my favorite lines that I quote to somebody, and if I know they're a big fan of it, they get it. It's great. I'm like, so what is this black stuff, Egg? It's black blood of the earth, Jack. Oh, you mean like oil? No, I mean black blood of the earth. She's like, what? The 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
Okay.
Huge one. My brother, all throughout college, my brother and I would text each other lines from the movie. And we'd go back and forth until someone stopped. And then we call them a pussy bitch for losing.
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds? Pork rind. Fight. Kitchen. Just ninja kick the goddamn rabbit.
That was the first movie I remember being like, oh, they said damn.
Oh, clearly.
I can't say damn.
Clearly, you guys are studying the abridged version of ninja fighting. I mean, come on. How do you expect to beat me? Good answer. Good answer. And then the one that my wife and I quote the most, The Princess Bride.
Yes.
And that's like my wife, my family, my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, cousins. Everyone quotes that fucking movie.
So you and your wife quote The Princess Bride, and me and my wife quote Tropic Thunder.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, one's a classic. The other one has Robert Downey Jr.
Oh!
Shots fired. No, I love Tropic Thunder. You cannot go. That movie should have made that top list, but it's number 6. Easily number 6. Billy, hot
Okay.
seat, go.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of like everyday life for me, but I quote Pulp Fiction a lot. And there's 2 specific lines from Pulp Fiction I quote all the time. It's when why can't I remember her name now? Uma Thurman snorts the drug and she goes, "God damn! I said God damn!" And I say that all the time. That and "Be cool, bitch," or "Chill, bitch." Tell that bitch to chill. Say that all the time around my apartment. For
Be like
no
Fonzie.
reason. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be like Fonzie. Second is, and possibly one of my favorite comedy movies of all time, School of Rock.
Okay.
If anyone doesn't know, I work in a school, so it's all teacher jokes all the time. Like, what is it? Those who can't do teach. Those who can't teach gym. Because gym teachers are kind of on the low rung. And third, I would say Shaun of the Dead, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, too. There's just a bunch of little quotable lines in there. And then I don't really have 5. I guess my 4th would be... Like, I quote Community all the time, which is one of my favorite TV shows. Probably right there up next to Breaking Bad as one of my favorite TV shows. So there's just a bunch of billion little quotable lines from that show.
Well, one of those TV shows is good. The other one has meth in it.
Bill?
Just fucking
Wait, what?
with you. I'm fucking with you. Don't worry about it.
Bill, I will fuck you up. I swear to God.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, one of these days, man. One of these days.
One of these days when I'm in a nursing home and you're going to come in there, where's Bill? I'm going to fucking shit up.
Pull his IV out and punch him in the head. Good to go.
Good choices. Good choices. Good
Yeah.
choices. What was it? Oh, I was going to ask you a question, Billy.
What?
Out of the Cornetto trilogy, how do you rate them?
Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, World's End, but they're not that far from each other.
Wait. Hot Fuzz being number 1?
Yes.
Okay, I agree. 100%.
It's like, but it's like,
Yep.
World's End was still really good.
It just wasn't up to snuff in my mind.
Yeah, it just wasn't as good as the other 2.
Okay.
And Hot Fuzz is easily one of the best examples of how to do a really goofy buddy cop movie.
Yeah,
That literally, like, what is it, like Get Hard and all those other weird
Try to be.
movies the other guys has tried to do and doesn't do well at all.
All right, and with that, we come to our first break. So we will be right back, and we will go to a beach earning 20%.
Woo!
Take care. All right, we are back. I don't know how long this music goes. We really should cut it down.
Yep.
It's still going. All right, we're good.
Music?
Yeah, we have music. It's from...
Nice.
what is it from? It's like The Pirate and the Dancer. I don't know. It's a really good... I think it's called Chitbit, where they use like old gaming stuff to do like 8-bit music. I love
Okay.
that stuff. Yeah, we use Anamanaguchi. I love Anamanaguchi, by the way. They're the guys who did the soundtrack for Scott Pilgrim versus the
Scott
World, the
Pilgrim.
game.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
If you pick up their one album called Endless Fantasy, it's like 30 tracks, and they're all pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
I like Anamanaguchi. They're fun. All right, so welcome back to Over a Couple Drinks. We all have our coffee mugs with water in them, except
Yeah,
I think,
you know I do.
yeah, except Birch decides to get wine. Holy shit! Are you gonna?
What?
Either he is murdering somebody in his room right now, or he's just a classy motherfucker. I don't know.
It's both, actually. It's both.
You'll never know.
Shut up, babe.
Okay, so the real reason we brought Mr. John Rhodes on here again. Check out his stuff at twitch.tv/KageCon, KAGEKHAN. That's also on YouTube. Throw him a subscribe. Also, all of your friends who are watching it from us, hit us a subscribe. We love each other. Big friends. Mortal Kombat X threw out their second season pass.
Correct.
You have talked about it, I know, on endless measures on your stream.
That's all I talk about now.
Yeah, no, and I want you.
That's the only thing.
I want you to run it through us for us.
Okay. So they announced the.
What?
I believe this
Tell
is
us-
gonna be like the. Yeah.
Who else was in the first season?
So-
Just so we have some context.
So the first season of the DLC characters came out a while ago. The first character was Jason Voorhees.
Which is cool because in Mortal
Which
Kombat
is cool.
9 we had Freddy, who
Right.
I think we generally both liked Freddy when we played it.
I really like Freddy, and Freddy was like really good.
Yeah.
He was a really good character.
Yeah. So,
And then we got. I'm trying to think of people in order, but I guess it doesn't really matter. The second guest character for that season was Predator.
which you weren't excited about, I was excited
No.
about. Because I'm Chris Birch knows I try to put AVP in every podcast.
So far, I think we're like 9 and 10 or something like that.
Yeah, we're pretty good. I think the Oscar cast was the only one that didn't have AVP in it.
But yeah, so we got Predator for the second guest character.
Just give us like a scale, however scale you want to do it, on how you think they play. Like Jason, would you give him like...
Jason is one of the worst characters in the game.
Okay.
He is bottom tier.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's him and Goro fighting it out for the worst characters.
Really, Goro was the worst?
Yeah, Goro is garbage.
That breaks my
I love
heart.
playing as Goro, but don't go to him with tournaments. But and then Predator's actually pretty good. There's a couple tournament players who play as Predator.
The ocean.
He's kind of everywhere. He has a lot of tools in his kit,
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense.
Thematically.
And then for kind of more of the classic characters that came up for season 1, we got Tanya, who I was really excited for.
What one was she from? Was she from 4?
She was from 4, and then she was in the 3D ones that we don't talk about.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those. And they did a really good job with her, I think. And she's one of the top tier characters.
Okay.
And then we got Tremor.
Which I know you're in love with Tremor, aren't you?
Which you know what? I don't play as Tremor, but I'm super happy he's in the game.
Because he was from...
And this was
Sub-Zero?
one of the cases that like the fans wanted Tremor so much they put him in it.
He was from Sub-Zero, right?
He's from Sub-Zero. What was he in? You know what? Yeah, I think he was in Sub-Zero.
That was it.
And he was in the 3D ones.
Whoa,
Yeah.
he's cool looking.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's like wasn't he like Brown Ninja or whatever? Like the Ninja
Yeah,
Pilot
he's
swap?
essentially the brown ninja made of rocks and does rock things.
But his redesign was really well done.
Yeah.
And like you showed me like a huge percentage combo. Like wasn't it him that could do like a 46% combo or some shit like that?
Oh yeah, he could definitely get up to there, and also all of his variations are amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, super high damage output and a lot of good control throughout the battlefield. So yeah, no, I really like that Tremor was in it because it showed that NetherRealm was paying attention to what the fans wanted.
I'm just gonna say this right now. You can tell that John is on a whole nother scale of knowledge here than all of us. Like I'm pretending to be interested, but like Chris is like fucking lost, and Billy's just like,
I'm actually looking up every time you're mentioning something. I'm just looking up like what you're talking about, so I can see what's going on.
It's funny because I like fighting games and I want to be good at fighting games, but every time I buy a fighting game, I know I'm gonna have to fight John Rhodes, and it makes me put the fighting game back.
No, you're supposed to get good at it. You know?
I'll
teach you.
Yeah. Okay, look, there's also I saw a trailer for like a commercial for like the Mortal Kombat X like professional tournament, and I was like, God, I really want John Rhodes to go to that. I feel like if you put more effort in it, you would be like the Johnny Cage.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Other dreams. Anyway.
No, okay, so no, for me, you're the best Mortal Kombat player on the face of the planet.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's cute.
As I'm wearing my Mass Effect hoodie.
But I mean, we could get into season 2.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to go into. I just wanted to get a brief recap of who the new people from season 1. If you don't know who's in the stock game, go fuck yourself. Okay.
Exactly. But no, for season 2, like kind of going into it, we were expecting more of classic MK characters.
Yeah, because I was really betting on spoiler. Shang Tsung isn't in it, and I'm actually pissed about that.
So on my stream before we knew who was coming out, I was saying I really wanted Shang Tsung in it.
Could you imagine his 3 forms?
I don't know
though?
if that had any sway of what you were thinking.
No, that's what. No, I was like, Shang Tsung better be in the new pack because like his three fighting forms would fit him to such a degree
Yeah.
That'd be great. Like his like strict soul stealing and like morphing, just make his model the old man character. Like that would be sick. And then you'd have like the more of the warlocky like skull juggling character, you know. And I never think of a third one, so fuck it.
But here's the problem with Shang Tsung being in it. We have a character called Ermac who is made up of souls.
Yeah.
And one of his variations is called Master of Souls.
That's dumb.
So you can't really have Shang Tsung, who is the Master of Souls, and then a character already in it called the Master of Souls.
It's more of Shang Tsung as a staple, you know?
Right. I completely agree. You always want to see like the classic bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's more of like if you could always put the original cast back into every game, I would never be upset. But
yeah,
I know we won't ever get that. You know?
But so a lot of people were going, you know what, we're gonna get Noob Saibot, we're gonna get Rain. People were expecting at least one ninja character.
Because Rain is in the campaign, isn't he?
Yeah, Rain's
he's
in the
game. He's what I've read is that he's programmed into the game. You can hack him into the game, but there's just no way to access him legit.
Right.
That's dumb.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't get it.
So we were expecting like Shang Tsung, Rain, Noob Saibot, you were saying.
And then we were also expecting a female character, and we thought that was going to be Sindel, since she's also in the campaign.
Yeah. And she would have been great.
She would have been awesome.
She would have been fantastic with this whole new, the whole new thing for Mortal Kombat X, I know we're jumping all over the place, is that each fighter has 3 different stances to break up variations and counterplay and more in-depth fighting. Correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
But so who we got for season 2? And I'll start off with the classic characters.
Yeah. Is there 2 classic
who
characters?
We get?
Yeah.
Oh, the person I'm really excited for
is
Bo Rai Chu.
Okay, Bo Rai Chu.
That's from the one Mortal Kombat game I actually played.
Which
he was my favorite character because he's so shitty.
So Bo Rai Chu is the trainer of Liu Kang and among other characters in the game. He is an overweight man, and he's a drunken master. Yeah. And with any fighting games or with any games in general, I love the drunken fighters.
Okay.
And I think he's gonna be really good because when you're playing in a fighting game, you have to know what your opponent is doing.
Yeah.
And when you're fighting drunken fighters, you have no clue where they're going.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be really good in this type of fighting style, other than the 3D one.
Yeah, because this is again a 2D plane where they can only move left and right, but they're fully 3D models and fully 3D environments.
Right.
It's Smash Bros. Fuck you. The next one I think you're going to talk about is the one I'm super excited about.
And you know what? The next one I think everyone is excited about because of how different it is.
And I also don't think the reveal did justice of what exactly this character is.
Right. And it's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah. So take it away, sir. This is all you. This is the segment I brought you on for. This is all you.
Right. So what we're getting with our second classic character is Triborg. Triborg is a mix-up of all of our favorite cyborg characters in the past games. So that includes Sector, which is a red robot who shoots rockets and teleports.
Catch up.
We have Cyrax, who's more of he kind of throws bombs, and you kind of trick your opponent with bombs and
nets,
buzzsaws, I guess.
Mustard.
This
is arcade lingo, by the way.
and then for the third one, we have a classic from MK3 coming back, and we have Smoke.
Cyborg Smoke.
And Cyborg Smoke. Now, Smoke was in MK9, but he was like a human ninja.
Yeah, which he was in 3 Ultimate, was it?
3 Ultimate, yeah.
That's where we had Cyborg and normal Smoke.
Right.
I don't know. There's too many 3s. Fuck it.
and Smoke looks amazing. I hated Smoke in MK9, but I love this new Smoke design.
Is
He
it
looks
one
great. He
character?
looks super fun to play.
Well, yeah, well, it's one character Triborg, but each stance is each different cyborg.
Oh.
So it's honestly taking this 3 stance thing to the limit, and I think is great. Oh my
yeah,
god!
so they all have the same like basic combos, but they don't share any special moves. All of their special moves are different from each other,
Which is brilliant. I love this.
which is amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the disappointing.
What was kind of, I guess, spoiled was somebody found out or somebody posted that we're actually also getting a 4th variation, which is very different.
Oh.
And that's Cyber Sub-Zero.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah, super excited. Like, I didn't play Cyber Sub, but I think it's really cool that they're throwing in a 4th variation.
Cyber Sub-Zero, I only played him because they didn't fuck up his combo in 9. Because the combo has always been down, forward, punch. And in Mortal Kombat 9, it was down, forward, low kick for freeze bolt. So it was really throwing me off when I played Sub-Zero in 9. And
Yeah.
Cyber Sub-Zero's freezing bolt is down, forward, punch. So that's why I played him. That's great.
And that's how you win.
That's how you win. You freeze,
That's
and
how you
then
win.
you ice slick, and then you clone, and then you just uppercut to win. That's how I play.
There you go. That's how a lot of people play.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna get a 4th variation. That's really cool.
And yeah, that was kind of spoiled. I think somebody just somebody saw the video from something and they posted it everywhere. And it was like this little short clip of just Cyber Sub freezing like reptile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the disappointing characters.
So let's talk about, like, we really wanted more classic characters, and we didn't get that.
No.
So for the first guest character is Xenomorph Baraka.
Oh, you were gonna start with him? I was hoping you'd do him last.
No. I'm going to do the most disappointing one last.
Because this one's the most disappointing for me.
Oh, really?
I've told you, I hate the design. I think
Right.
it looks stupid. They didn't even get the proper soundbite for the Xenomorph.
But he's mixed with Baraka.
Which is like
That's
probably
why-
one of
that's
the
why
worst
he's,
fucking characters ever.
Different.
It's the worst fucking character ever. I got blades in my hand. Look at me.
Why?
Rawr.
Why would they do that?
Right? Like
Right?
I don't even like Mortal Kombat, and it's like, what?
the classic design for the Xeno. And here's the thing: I can get you your 3 stances right off the bat without breaking a fucking sweat. All right, is the classic design of the Xeno? This is me coming off my high of Alien Isolation, where super skinny, real tall, very powerful creature, and they bulk him up to look stupid. They remove the classic elongated head design, and they put like these weird fucking muscles on him and fucking Baraka blades on him. It's so
He got
dumb.
ripped. He got ripped for this, man.
So dumb. You want your 3 stances? Here's your 3 stances. Ready? Stance 1, drone. Okay? It's a ribbed head like in Aliens. It's more of a grapple-based trap kind of character because they use more face huggers and like grappling and like maybe even a little bit of teleporting. All right? Then you have a warrior, which is the smooth head from Alien. Okay? And then he's more of your straight-up combo fighter. Okay? And then you have the Praetorian, which hasn't been in any movie, but is in all the AVP games. As it's a classic alien that has a queen-like head and soaks up a shit ton more damage because they act as guards for the queen. So therefore, you have more of a tankier, slow character. 3 forms. Go fuck yourself. We're done.
Good job.
Instead, we're getting shit. Instead,
Well, here's the thing: is that like I know a lot of people don't like Baraka. But I would have much rather just had
Baraka. Yeah, me too.
Than Alien Baraka, and people who like Alien would have just rather had Alien.
I would have rather had Alien or Baraka. I wouldn't have cared which, but I don't want the mix-up because it's...
Right.
Listen, Fox has already raped my franchise. I don't need WB to rape it anymore. Ridley Scott fucked it hard with Prometheus, and he's gonna fuck it hard with Alien Covenant. Stop it. Leave it alone.
But on my stream, a lot of people are excited for Alien, and I kind of trash talk them about a lot actually about how I'm gonna beat them up with Bo Raicho, But like good players, like solid players, I play with every day, like are excited for Alien, and I don't get that.
I don't. It would have been. I would have been excited for him if he was more true to the thing. I think he would have appeased more fans if he would have stuck Baraka in it. Like strict Baraka, like hardcore fans would have been happy with just Baraka.
Exactly.
And if you were going to put Alien in it, I would have rather seen an Alien. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm repeating, but I'm just. This is my disappointed face.
And Alien is the one character we haven't seen yet. As far as gameplay, like not really.
We saw some combos, and we saw like one of the finishers being an Alien Queen. Brutality, like this is from like the real quick snippets that I saw.
Right.
I think there was a brutality where he does the inner mouth thing, and then I literally turned it off when it screamed, and it wasn't the classic scream, and I was like, "Fuck you! You can't get it right." I'm just gonna go play Alien Isolation.
Alien.
I'm gonna go play Alien Isolation and keep dreaming of good games.
But that's Alien. And then for the fourth character. A character like no one saw coming, everyone was kind of disappointed in seeing, was Leatherface from the classic horror movies of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Because they're going with classic horror movies as like the thing.
Apparently, this is like horror game combat.
I don't. What is his three stances gonna be? Running, not running.
They already showed him.
What are they?
So one is called Killer. Where like he legitimately gets like he has like a stance move, and from the stance ability, he gets different like actions. So like he'll like
Freddy had a couple of those.
Toss the chainsaw kind of underneath them, or he'll run at them and it's unblockable, so they have to like dodge out of the way.
Okay.
His second one is called Butcher, and that one he just has like a meat mallet.
Okay.
And he has a command grab that just he kind of bonks him on the head with a meat mallet.
This character.
And then the third one is called Pretty Lady. And Pretty Lady, he's actually dressed up in like a suit, and he has like a lady face on, and it has makeup on, and he looks very nice. And this is the distance variation, so he actually throws his chainsaw a lot. And that's Leatherface.
The thing nobody wanted.
The thing nobody wanted. But I will say this: they showed a brutality that is one of the best brutalities in the game.
Okay.
I told you one of the command grabs was he kind of hits you in the head with a mallet. One of his brutalities is if you kill the opponent like that, he will hit you about 12 times. And it's hilarious. You have to look it up.
All right, I'll look it up. I'll look it up after.
Look it up. It's so funny. Easily one of the top 5 brutalities in the game.
Question: before we continue talking about this, what are your top 5 brutalities in the game?
Oof.
Should we continue talking while you ponder on it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so with this, shortly after they released this, they also released that they're doing their definitive buy the disc for all the DLC thing, which is honestly one of the top 3 reasons why I didn't buy this launch. Is that I know they would do this, and honestly, it's going to start killing games this way. It really is. That they're going to put all their DLC on disc, so you don't have to buy it anymore, or you have to. So you save a bunch of money by buying this now at $60 instead of the $20 game plus the $40 season pass for both of them. Bullshit, So it evens out the same. But on top of that, they made a stance that they were re-networking and coding all of the online play because it's been apparently atrocious. You can attest to that.
I mean, I wouldn't say atrocious, but it could be a lot better.
Well, you have to be my word from the council word because all of my information comes from the PC world. Which the PC,
which PC is pretty fucked anyway.
The PC, the launch was honestly okay. WB fucked up hard last year, real hard. They fucked up on Mortal Kombat's launch. They outsourced the launch into like this piecemeal where like instead of downloading one huge file, you downloaded like 20 small files where some of the files didn't work. So if you loaded the game, you could only do like arcade with 2 characters.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was something fucked up, and then you couldn't get online for a while, and the networking was really bad, and it has apparently been really bad. And they said, "Oh, we'll fix it, we'll fix it, we'll fix it." And then everyone's expecting that they're fixing it now with MKXL, which is what they're calling it.
Right.
But they strictly said that Season 2 and MKXL will only be on PS4 and Xbox One, and they are cutting ties with PC.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to do it right, might as well not do it.
Well, but that's the thing. There are people that bought Mortal Kombat X on PC, and they might only be looking at current players right now, which is really dwindling because they fucked it up.
Yeah.
You know, that's why people aren't playing it. There's other better games to play on PC, especially fighting games right now, that people just abandoned it because they put out a piece of shit game.
There are better fighting games on PC.
There are some.
Really?
I think BlazBlue's played on Steam mostly, and Skullgirls and
Skullgirls is okay.
yeah, but and then someone just hacked Melee to work on PC now too.
Oh, there you go.
So I mean, there's other things, but like people just I'm not big in the fighting game, but I know there's other like those people dispersed to other fighting games when
Right.
the coding and the lag was too bad. But like the thing is, most people don't realize that Mortal Kombat X had a terrible launch because it was overshadowed by the other huge fuck up WB did, which is Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, I heard that was bad.
Oh my god, you have to look up some of the shit on it. It was terrible.
Well, didn't they just get to the point where they were just like, nah, whatever, we're not going to deal with this anymore?
It launched so bad that the frame rate went from anywhere from 30 frames to 2 frames, especially in the
Ooh, 2
Batmobile.
frames.
Yeah, and it was unplayable at all. They tried to cover it up, that it was pulled from Steam, it was updated, put back on Steam, and is still broken.
That's crazy.
At this point, they've kind of just said, nah, whatever.
Yeah, which you're gonna start losing a lot of support here, people, and this whole thing is just a huge clusterfuck. Which Street Fighter V was released this week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you had it, but I noticed you said you were going to stream it the day it came out, was it? Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
And-
I attempted to do that.
And then I got home and watched one of my, I think it was Daily Bite by, I don't remember the YouTube show, but Octopimp was telling me that they took down the network because, again, it didn't work.
Nope, it did not.
What is the most important part of a fighting game, John?
Characters.
Gameplay wise.
Character
After that.
personality, my friend. No, definitely the network setting, and I was super frustrated because I plan the stream and people want to see it,
Yeah.
and I can't get one match in, and that was really frustrating for me.
Well, is this more a commentary on like first day launches for games? Because it seems like it's not good anymore.
No, it's
Right.
more of, I think of if your game is specifically a fighting game, the one thing you should really have down outside of balancing your characters is to make sure that your online play works. Because we're not in the arcade setting anymore where people are going to sit there and line up quarters. We're now on couch online fights. And this needs to be perfect because I guarantee people aren't going to pop in a fighting game to play this goddamn story mode. They're going to go online first and play their characters.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's more of, dear game companies, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Just in general.
And sir, would you like to share your thoughts on Street Fighter V?
Yeah. Okay. So I got Street Fighter V first day, and actually I played the beta too. And all the characters in Street Fighter V are really cool. They're very unique, and each character does a very good job on their own. But it's the game mechanics I don't like. I played Street Fighter 4 a lot, and Street Fighter 5, I think they made it so it's a lot like 3, and in that case, there's not much health. I feel like
So it's more on
I feel like the rounds are over so fast.
okay.
And that's the one thing. It's like if you get punished in the corner and you're taking maybe like 3 combos, you're done. That's it.
So they're going more on like some of the insane things that you see at like Alpha Strike 3 or whatever the fuck it was. There's so
Right,
many
right.
where it's all like counter tech hits, tech hit, counter kind of thing,
Yeah.
where they're forcing people to get that good.
Exactly.
Well, where 4 was kind of closer to like what, Super Street Fighter 2 kind of thing.
Where I feel like Super Street Fighter 4, there was also like legitimate combos that you can do and you can kind of learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like solid like 7 or 8 hit combos.
Yeah.
The biggest combo I've done in 5 is maybe like 5 hits. And that's not using like my ultimate move that does an extra 10.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
It's too bad. That really is too
I
bad.
know. I'm winning more games by just poking someone to death, which is just like
Not fun.
kind of like hitting X and like just trying to time it so when they don't block, I just poke them.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
You mean how I used
Yeah.
to play Dhalsim in the old,
boom.
Yeah, so
Sonic
imagine
boom.
playing Street Fighter where everyone's just dulls it.
Play as Jean-Claude Van Damme all the way.
Isn't that, yeah,
Guile.
really?
Guile.
Yeah, Guile.
Guile.
Guile joke. Got it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Da, 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 da.
It's,
But yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep going with Street Fighter 5, but I don't know. I'm still having a little bit more fun with MK than
yeah,
Street Fighter 5.
so far out of fighting games right now. It hurts my soul.
Yeah.
I haven't even played the new Smash Bros. Can you believe that?
What?
Oh,
I don't-
I've
I don't have
played
a
that.
Wii U. I don't have a Wii U.
Probably the only reason I got a Wii U, and for some reason I just dropped like the money to get Bayonetta and.
Dude, Bayonetta's so good.
Okay, here's the thing: I got Bayonetta,
love
I got
Which-
Cloud, and then I got Mewtwo. So I
Oh,
went back and bought the first part of DLC.
nice,
Okay.
nice. Speaking of, who else is DLC on that?
Corrin?
Corin?
Who's Corrin?
Corin's a Fire Emblem character.
Oh yeah,
He's
there's like
a dragon
fucking
knight.
15 Fire
Corrin
Emblem
is one of like the 40 Fire Emblem characters on that game, and then Lucas was on there, wasn't he, John?
Yeah, Lucas is in there.
Okay, Lucas, Cloud,
And then Ryu. There's Ryu.
Ryu, which was exciting.
Street Fighter.
Which I heard that one of the best things about him is that if you put the actual commands in, it does more
Yes.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's-
he'll do like the actual moves for more damage.
That's
which is cool, but like I've tried so much to get good with Ryu and it just doesn't happen.
It's really hard to do. I mean, I don't have like a pro controller or anything. I play with the gamepad because I'm a noob, and I'm terrible at that game. Yeah, it's really hard to put in those button inputs for Ryu.
It's just, you know, when you think about putting a fighting game character from another fighting game,
Yeah,
that doesn't mesh well.
unless you're Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2.
You know, though, I will say, John, I feel like with Smash, I know this isn't what we're talking about really, but
This is fighting game corner. Go ahead.
cool. At least each character feels, especially the DLC characters, feel different. They feel
Right.
like yeah, you're gonna mush Ryu into Smash, which is they're not similar fighting, but it still feels like the character's an individual as compared to other games.
No, I agree. But on that, it's a very like the kit that Ryu has as far as like his special abilities don't complement him as well in Smash as it does in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Good try though. Good
Yeah,
good
really
try,
good try.
Nintendo. Good try.
How is Bayonetta in it?
She's
Awesome.
amazing.
As she should be.
I really enjoy her. Her counter is so good. She has a counter that if you get hit by it, you slow down,
Oh, that's
and you
that's
could
death.
and you could get hit by like 2 smash attacks, and then all the damage will then go off.
It's not the easiest thing to pull off, though. It's not like
No.
a super simple
Sounds
counter
gross.
move. It's not as good as like a Little Max counter or anything like that, but
I still miss. Snake.
She's a very high risk, high reward character, which I love.
Okay. I just still miss Snake. That's all.
oh, that's why Wii Fit Trainer is kind of my replacement. Because Wii Fit Trainer, believe it or not, in my eyes, plays a lot like
Snake.
Snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the calculations Snake had to do. Like you couldn't go in and just brawl. You had to like plan out what you wanted to attack and be like, all right, I got a 3-hit combo that does a shit ton of damage, but then it leaves me open for a ton of attacks, so I got to roll out.
Yeah. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Oh, Metal Gear. Dude, Billy, we need to play that on stream.
Let's do it.
Where we just fuck around online.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, that game is so dumb.
It's bad.
It's not good. I legitimately have stopped playing the storyline because it's so boring.
I haven't touched that game in months.
It's fine. Just Infiltrator up. Hey, John, do you have that game?
No, I don't.
Phantom Pains?
No, I don't.
I've probably put like 60 hours into it, and I'm still nowhere near story, but it's... Online's weird because it's like you have 3 classes that you can pick from.
Right.
Where it's like the heavy, like, assault guy who just goes around shooting everybody, who has like the most health. The scout, which is more like your sniper, but can be like, I guess, combat oriented. And then the infiltrator, which is basically Snake, but you have the lowest health. But It is so much fun just to sneak around invisible, choke bitches out, and just balloon them away.
Shoot them with the sleep darts over and over again.
And then like you can't wake their ass up. Oh my god, it's so dumb.
Game's terrible.
The game is really bad. Don't play it.
Thank you, or Konami.
Yeah.
I almost said Capcom.
All right, let's bring Chris Birch back in this conversation.
Oh, hey, Chris.
I've
2 hours late there.
What?
I've tuned out for about 20 minutes. What's up?
All right, we're gonna move on. Unless you guys have anything last things to say about fighting games at their current state.
I tried.
Nope. Okay, we're gonna go to unanswered movie questions. Okay.
Now I wasn't thinking about this.
This was brought up because this has been a topic that I wanted to do for a while, but I forgot. Is that sometimes there's a movie where they just kind of brush over something and they don't think anything about it, and I just wanted to bring it up to the group and we're gonna decide what the answer to the movie question was. And I got 3 of them here. And hopefully around then one of you guys will come up with something else. But one of them that I had was in Men in Black. Everyone's seen Men in Black, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's been a really long time, but yes.
But you remember how when Will Smith goes to the facility and there's a bunch of tests that he does? Did Will Smith actually pass the tests because they were forced to think outside of the box, or was it just a big setup, just a formality to push him through? Because let me run it down to you for my vote of he actually passed the test because it was outside of the thinking. Because he does have in the first test, you remember they're doing a fucking fill out the bubble pencil graph test, right? And they're all in the Dr. Evil egg chairs. Okay? And he's the only one smart enough to drag the table or go over to the table to fill out the information. And then the second scene, which is the shooting range. Everyone's shooting all the bad guys. He doesn't shoot anybody, and he shoots the little girl. And it's that classic scene where, the middle of Harlem, middle of the night, Harlem, little white girl walking around with advanced physics book. She's up to some shit. And, him and Zed have that kind of look of like, or do I owe little Susie an apology? And that made me think, is that actually a test that he was, looking at every creature and seeing if they were actually a threat? So, what do you guys think? We'll start with Mr. Birch.
I don't know. I want to go with threat.
Threat? What?
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 Wait.
Chris Birch
Said
is
if
paying
they were actually a
attention.
threat. No, I'm not. Sorry, that was an important
Was the test in Men in Black a formality that they were just pushing him through to fuck with him, or was it an outside of the box thinking test that he passed?
I mean, like I kind of in the same vein as John. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I want to think there was like an out of the box kind of thing that he passed.
Okay, Billy.
Second Birch. I yes, out of the box.
John Rhodes.
I would have to say out of the box because.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, no, just out of the box.
Yeah, it's something that was odd to me that were like ever the first time I saw it. In 1997 movie theater.
Right.
So we have it official. It was outside of the box thinking that Will Smith actually passed.
Woohoo!
Not Jay, but Will Smith.
For one, yeah.
Woo. Okay. The next one, which I've actually had heated debates on, is from a classic Robin Williams movie.
Oh.
Called
Patch Adams.
Called Jumanji.
Oh. Shit, never mind.
Now, the
Okay.
question is, at the end of the film, when Robin Williams and... Who was it? Was that Holly Hunt?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yes.
Chris Birch is my IMDb.
Hang on a sec.
Come back to it.
Come back to it. Okay. Throw the big party. They meet Christian Dunst and weird boy that will never be seen from again. Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy. Their parents, and they tell them not to
Bonnie
go
Hunt,
skiing.
yeah.
Bonnie Hunt, not Hunt. Okay.
Bonnie.
Bonnie Hunt, and they have this little scene, and the kids never say a line, but I always felt like they remembered everything that happened in the movie, and someone told me, no, it's a new timeline, they don't know anything.
Right.
So, bringing it up, reverse order, John Rhodes, do they remember what happened in the movie, or is it a new timeline?
No, it's a new timeline. They would have definitely had a more of a reaction of seeing them if they remembered.
But they were smiley and giggly. They were
Yeah,
smiley and
but
giggly.
they had like an epic adventure with them. Okay, they would hug them and be like, "Oh my God, you're alive!"
Okay, Billy?
I agree with John. Different
Bitch.
timeline.
You
the
bitch.
reaction makes no sense.
You bitch. You spineless bitch.
Look
Chris
at you,
Birch.
You always,
Yeah,
you always
I
smile
I
at
agree
your
with
like.
them.
You agree with
You
them?
always smile at your,
All right.
your parents' friends. So.
All right. I'm downvoted here, but in my canon, head canon is king, and that they remember everything. But the podcast has spoken. It's a new timeline. Oh, that hurts.
We have spoken.
Podcast has spoken. Fuck you guys. You suck.
Right.
I'm gonna go all Rex on your ass. Okay, and the last one I had was I was just watching Galaxy Quest for
man.
for Alan Rickman because
Okay.
so good. I always had it in my mind that at the end of Galaxy Quest, the Thermians, which are the gullible aliens, died.
What?
That they burned up in Earth's atmosphere because they have this really touching moment where they say goodbye to one another. And like the way Tim Allen delivers a line, I thought they burned up in the atmosphere, that they had to escape from the ship so that they could survive, and the Thermians sacrificed themselves so the crew could get home. But when I watched it this time, I was like, no, the Thermians are now cruising around the galaxy with, the Protector kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. So, Billy, Thermians, alive or dead?
Alive.
Chris Birch.
I'll say they're dead.
John Rhodes.
What? I'm an optimist. I'll say alive.
I'm going to go with alive.
Oh, Chris Birch, you've been overspoken.
Well,
Ouch.
it suddenly hit me this time. They didn't die. They were going too fast, so they couldn't stop at Earth. So they just kept
Right.
going. So those are the. I'm not. When I say unanswered movie questions, I'm not talking about like the ending of Inception. And we don't give a shit. Okay.
What?
They're clearly in a dream. Fuck you.
They're not in a dream. It like wobbles.
It did wobble.
Yeah, but
What
here.
about? Okay, but
Okay.
what about?
Okay, here we're going to break open this can of worms. All right, we meet a drug guy who is supposed to make this really powerful sleeping medicine that they're supposed to be knocked out for a long period of time. Fucking Leo DiCaprio takes a little bit, wakes up instantaneously, and never spins his top ever again till the very end. Fucking dream, eat dick.
I honestly haven't seen Inception since I saw it in the movie theater.
Well, that's when I saw it in the movie theaters. I saw it with my brother. And Billy, you remember your brief experience with my brother. we tore you a new asshole. Where we both looked at each other when he woke up instantaneously and like was in the bathroom trying to do his top and someone walked in on him. We're like, oh wow, that's a big flag. Dream. Okay, we're good. It was literally just like that. Dream. If I had Chris Krause on here, he would bore us for 4 hours about the whole wedding ring bullshit.
Well, love you, Chris Krause.
All right, let's put it to the test. Podcast. This is what we're doing. Okay.
Okay.
John Rhodes, dream or not a dream?
I'm gonna say not a dream still.
Okay, Billy.
I'm with Mr. Rose.
Birch.
Woo!
Not a dream. I
Fuck
never
you
thought it was a
guys.
dream.
Headcanon's right. Headcanon's
Dude,
right.
I don't remember anything in that movie.
The podcast hath
The podcast has spoken. Headcanon's the best canon.
Get out of here.
Okay, so what ones do you guys have? Unanswered
I got
movie
one.
questions. Okay, what's up?
Okay, what was in the FedEx box in Castaway?
A water purifier.
Not a book to make workable rafts.
Didn't they come out with that?
I don't know.
It's been years since I've seen.
I'm
The
not,
director said it was. Well, he joked that it was a satellite phone at some point.
I'm not gonna lie. I was
It was
really.
what?
A satellite phone.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said what was in the FedEx box from,
Yeah.
I thought you were in a 6-7.
I
What's in the
thought
box?
because I was thinking about making that joke the entire time. I was like, oh, he's beating me to it.
I want to say it was probably one of her artwork pieces that she was sending to somebody.
That's
Robin
awesome.
Zemeckis joked it was an unopened, or it was a waterproof solar-powered satellite phone.
Birch, what was in the box?
I think it'd be funny if it was like a dildo or something. So
You drew a face on it.
All right.
Oh! That just hit a
Named it,
new
like-
level of sad.
He calls it Mr. Lefty.
Oh.
Okay. Who hasn't seen Usual Suspects?
I've
Okay,
seen
then-
it once.
Okay, then we're not doing that one then. I don't want to ruin that movie. That movie's too good for this to ruin for anybody. Come on, you guys got any? Come on, Billy. Got any unanswered
I
movie
love
questions?
movies, and I can't even think of anything right now. So
What
what
was-
happens when I
I
get
had a
invited?
couple.
Why did they go to Miranda?
Shut up. Let's not
Oh.
talk about Serenity. I might
Oh,
start
hold on,
crying.
hold on. You guys fill some air. I got to show you something, Billy. Okay.
Okay. What were yours? You had one, Chris, you said?
Oh, I got one. Did Michael Keaton kill himself at the end of Birdman?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't see Birdman.
You haven't seen Birdman?
No, I haven't seen Birdman.
Oh, shit. That's, yes.
So apparently he kills himself. That's cool.
What? Spoiler. Spoiler. That's Best Picture from, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year. You missed the boat on that one, John Rhodes. Get on it.
That's okay.
The whole movie is filmed in a style of like that unrealistic realism where like things happen. Oh, you brown coat.
I can't get to it right now.
Bill, the thing was, have you seen Birdman?
Yeah.
Did
Did
Michael,
Michael
Keaton kill himself?
at the
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, there's no other answer.
As much as I want him not to be dead, no.
It's
He's dead.
because the whole movie he spends substituting other things with other actions. So like the cab ride is substituted with him flying.
Yeah.
So when he jumps out his ascension to heaven or like a higher area, she looks upwards to see that.
Yeah.
At least that's the way I see it.
I was trying to get out these travel posters I have of classic Firefly locations,
You
and
bastard.
and one of them is Miranda.
You bastard.
No, that's a good question, but I'm sorry, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Anyone got any other ones? I can't think of any other.
I already gave you my 3. Fuck you.
Whatever
guys.
happened to the Underminer at the end of The Incredibles?
I don't know. Let's find out in Incredibles 2.
I honestly hope it's not about the Underminer.
I hope it's not either.
That sounds like a terrible villain name to go with.
The Underminer.
It seemed like a joke.
Unless he was like, unless they recast him as Danny DeVito, then I'd watch it.
Why is Danny DeVito just going to be cast in everything now?
Hey.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu, please. Please.
You're the worst kind of person.
We'll bring this up in next podcasts. Later down the line, whenever we have more that we collect up, we'll talk.
When you give me time to think about topics before I jump into a podcast.
No, Billy. When I ask you to come on the podcast, I expect you to be ready all the time.
Never ready.
All right, Mr.
Oh,
Birch.
Billy. Wait, I got one real quick. What was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
Oh, I think it's Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Yep, his soul.
Specifically because the lock, the 666 lock, and then there's that shot where you see the bandage on the back of his head, and he sucked his soul out the back of his head, I think. It's either his soul or it's the diamonds from Reservoir Dogs. Take your pick.
What was in the briefcase, John?
His soul.
Birch, what was in the briefcase?
I honestly like his soul. That's a good answer.
It's a good answer. It's a real good answer.
No one fucks with Marcellus Wallace.
It's true. Whatever happened to Jack Burton at the end of Big Trouble in Little China?
I didn't see it.
Fuck you. Go watch that movie. That movie's a goddamn classic.
Didn't he just like save the day and stuff?
You haven't
Right?
seen it either. Holy shit.
I haven't seen it either.
You guys are leaving me here.
No,
Is it on
I've seen parts of it.
Right.
Like when Raiden shows up, the guy
Oh, yeah.
lightning.
Lightning shows up. The three storms show up, and you're just like,
Yeah,
what the
the guy gets so pissed off that he blows up.
fuck? Yep.
Yep, I got it.
All right, Billy, I'm going to paint you this picture of why Big Trouble in Little China is worth watching. The opening is Kurt Russell in a big rig, because he's a truck driver, okay? It's raining, and it's dark out, but he's got sunglasses on. He's driving a big rig, that's a stick shift. One hand, so he's changing gears, talking on the radio, and eating a sub.
I have found heaven, and it is this movie.
It's Kurt Russell.
Time for me to watch.
It's Kurt Russell.
Sounds good. I'll watch it.
All right,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
baby, be cool.
The baby signal is calling.
Lincoln. All right, Mr. Birch, this is your show right now. Start going us through the superhero power scale list. Go through it, general discussions. I'm going to take care of Lincoln, and I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Babies.
so basically, this is every major superpower that matters ranked from 1 to 29. So
Because we
yeah,
possibly
right.
couldn't come up with 30.
I didn't know there were that many fucking superpowers, but so number 29 is super speed.
That's 29?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, here's why. It says now that we have cars and airplanes and spaceships, the ability to get places quickly is a little less superpowery.
What? Shut up.
Wait, who made this list?
Let's see.
If you
That
say
would be-
BuzzFeed, God help me.
Yeah, it's like
No,
BuzzFeed.
it's GameSpot.
oh,
okay.
still not that great.
GameSpot.com.
Better than IGN. Better than BuzzFeed.
IGN has never written anything good.
Better than Dorkly. Let me just list off all the things that are better than.
I don't know. I've always thought super speed's pretty badass. I mean,
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, I always thought that was pretty overpowered.
Run fast enough to go through time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm all about
Okay.
super speed. 28 is control of sea creatures.
Fuck
Pretty
off.
Okay.
lame. How does
AKA
that beat super speed, first of all?
Go, fish! No, that's bad. Aquaman. Get out of here.
Aquaman's cool.
27.
only when Khal Drogo plays him,
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
but
So that's better than super speed, apparently.
This list
20
already sucks.
27 is regeneration.
How is that not higher?
Yeah, listen, like healing factor, growing back limbs, instantly recovering from bullets, all
What?
that.
okay,
27.
I can't wait for the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, let's,
I'm gonna tear
okay.
this apart. Okay, 26 is intangibility, aka moving through
Meaning-
walls. You move through walls.
Invisibitch.
Okay.
No,
so
it's not
Kitty-
invisible. It's not invisibility. It's moving through walls.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
Kitty
bet-
Pryde, basically.
That's better than
So,
regeneration.
but-
How?
But the Flash can still move through walls.
This list sucks. I love it.
25 is super strength.
Okay.
God,
Yep.
that's high.
Chris, I'm just gonna let you keep going and just know that I'm disappointed.
Okay. Number 24 is force sensitivity. As in, like, being a Jedi.
The fuck?
Okay.
Okay?
Power through
20
these and let's tear this whole thing apart.
Yeah. 23 is impenetrability. Hang on. It's loading. Impenetrability, aka, yeah, nothing can, like, pierce your skin. Luke Cage, yeah. 22 is throwing playing cards super hard.
Okay, now I know this list is a joke.
Specifically playing cards.
So Gambit, basically.
Nothing else. That wasn't even his superpower.
It says okay. Technically, we're talking about the broader ability of kinetic powers, but
Okay.
but only Gambit would ever think to split a bad guy's cornea using nothing but the Jack of Clubs. He deserves his own category for that.
I
Right.
guess.
Right, go on.
Okay, 21 is immortality.
Wait,
Okay.
what? Okay.
It says it's fun living forever, but your friends tend to get old and die. 20. 20 is weather control.
No.
Sure.
Okay. 19 is fire control.
No.
Okay.
18 is controlling mean plants.
19 is controlling nice plants.
17 is laser eyes.
Okay.
16 is flight.
What?
Meh.
But 15 is ice control.
Ah.
There we go.
Which is-
Because you could get around with ice control.
But
Have you seen
and they,
Frozen?
and they actually explain this. It says, yes, we're ranking this one higher than flight. Why? Obviously, you don't have a 7-year-old daughter.
Oh, so we're basing it off 7-year-old girls.
No, we're basing it off
This,
Frozen.
this whole list.
It says, plus, consider, in addition to technically giving you power over the world's water supply, this perk comes with the ability to use Mr. Freeze puns.
Oh my
That is
God.
true.
Yeah.
Chalk it up to 1.
Chill it out. Man, chill
Okay.
out, man.
14 is shape-shifting.
Okay.
13 is wall crawling.
Wall crawling?
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
Okay.
12 is elemental control.
So you just control everything.
It says, hang on, the description is, controlling fire or water or whatever is fine, but controlling all of them is even better.
Fact. So
11
is number 1 just going to be all powers?
Probably, at this point, being a god.
Okay.
11 is force field generation.
Okay.
10 is power absorption.
Rogue?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's pending that there's anyone else in the world with power.
Yeah, so that's pretty useless. If number 9 is mind reading.
I would hate that power.
I
Oh,
would
that'd suck.
fucking hate that. 8 is shrinking.
Right?
I just can't wait for number. We're getting top 5 here. Okay, number
Okay,
7.
right.
7 is super stretching.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. 6 is invisibility.
Okay.
Meh.
And the top 5.
Here we go.
Number 5 is metal control.
The
AKA
fuck?
Magneto, I guess.
Magneto.
Yeah. Number 4 is telepathy.
Okay, that's a good one.
I guess.
3 is precognition.
I love
See till the
Minority
future.
Report.
So the ability, right, exactly, the ability to foresee the future.
Okay.
2 is telekinesis.
Okay.
And number 1 is piles and piles and piles of money.
Oh. It's hard to argue against that.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, doesn't the
But
money mean
that
nothing if
doesn't
the
mean
people
you're-
suck? Like, Iron Man's really smart, or Tony Stark's really smart. So is
Right.
Swain.
So is Lex, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
You
I
have to
hate
be a
this list.
super genius to make it a good use.
My
This
question
list
is,
is bullshit.
how are things like regeneration number 28 and 28? Like, the ability to literally never die unless you get blown up into little baby pieces. Like, how is that not up there? How is that not better than immortality?
I don't know.
God, that list does suck.
Good
That was-
list.
That was
No,
just okay.
Well, what would be like your guys' number one power if you were to be able to choose one?
So, number 1 power is always Zach's Saved by the Bell freeze time to get out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I always think freezing time is just the number one.
That would be legit.
Can do
That's
whatever
just
you
win
want.
ace in the hole.
And that wasn't even listed.
No.
Time
My-
powers.
My number one power, it wasn't listed either. It'd be teleportation.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I would love to just get anywhere I want real fast without having to run. Like,
Right.
if I'm like late for work or something, I just poof and I'm there.
You just teleport.
I would always wake up like 10 minutes before work and just teleport there.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Exactly.
I don't know what I would do. I mean, flight's kind of cool, but you got to worry about planes and shit. I don't know. My money's on like element control would be pretty cool. Like be able to move or do anything. Oh, the boss is back.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We went
This
through the
list
most.
sucks.
Bill, what's your superpower that you want to have?
Let me find out where it is on the list.
Are you
Basically,
looking for it?
I'm looking for it because I know this list is terrible.
Oh,
Whoa.
don't look at the list.
No,
Don't
it's
look at the list.
it's really bad, which is why we put it on here. Like, part of me thinks it's a joke list, but some of them are like legit. But they're like, why is wall crawling at 13?
Right.
Why is regeneration at
Why is
28?
regeneration like 26, 27? Yeah.
Yeah, or yeah, this is really bad. Basically, my okay. Ideally, are we doing that? Like, ideally, what your superpower
Sure,
would
yeah.
be? Basically, I'd want to be Colossus. Super strength and the ability to turn my body into an unbreakable metal.
But isn't Colossus always metal?
No, he can change.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. No. I think freezing time is the most OP power.
What is?
But I've always been kind of like a regeneration and just not dying guy.
John wants to be Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Be able to freeze time.
Beat that time.
Gotcha.
He is the best superhero.
He's the best superhero.
Some breaking news, if you guys want it, about Star Wars Episode 8.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The
Live
working
update.
the working title during filming is Space Bear.
Yes. I want a space bear.
Same
All right.
kind of bear.
All right. If we ain't got anything else, my kids are waking up. Bobby's not feeling well,
Oh.
so
Okay.
I don't want to cut it too short. But we're
Three-
going. We're
two
going
and a
for
half hours
2.5
later.
hours. But Space Bear, I don't think we can go any higher than Space Bear.
No,
That's
that's
true.
right.
We might as well just end it here.
I really hope it's called Star Wars Episode 8, Space Bear.
Space
Space bear.
Oh my god, can you imagine like a space bear? Like it's just a bear floating through space with like 4 lightsabers?
He's just
Yep.
confused. He's got this most confused look on his face.
Luke Skywalker tries to fight it in the first 5 minutes and gets killed horribly.
Can we cast as the bear from The Revenant, please?
Yes.
The bear's gonna win an Oscar before Leo does.
Yes.
So. I can imagine. And the Oscar for Best Actor goes to
The bear.
The bear.
Mr. Bear. And he just
He goes out there, roar,
Ronnie the
roar,
bear.
roar, roar.
slaps Leo on his way up.
Ronnie the bear.
Ronnie the bear!
Smokey the Bear.
And just like that, we degrade to bear jokes.
We just jumped the shark.
We just jumped the shark,
Just jumped the bear.
Fridge.
jumped the bear, new phrase, done.
All right.
Patent. Podcast has made it so.
We've got it.
So thank you so much for joining us, John and Billy, as always.
Yeah, for
Anytime.
sure.
Again, check out John's stuff at CageCon. That's at twitch.tv/CageCon, KAGEKHAN, because he's clever, or was like CAGE taken?
Oh no, I always spell all my stuff with
Combat.
just K's.
Combat. Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
It's
Gotcha.
a Mortal Kombat pun.
It's a Mortal Kombat pun. Because it's, Johnny Cage and Shao Kahn.
Or a Kotal Khan, but yeah, sure.
Is it Shao Kahn?
What's a Kotal Khan?
The Kotal Khan is the new Khan
Oh.
in the game.
I just like Wrath of Khan.
Wait,
That's a good
hold,
Khan.
hold
too.
on. Which Kahn is from Mortal Kombat? Shao Kahn?
Shao Kahn's in 9, Kotal Khan's in 10.
What's the tiger's name from Jungle Book? Shere Khan?
Sure.
Shere Khan. That's cheer con.
We gotta do a list of best cons. The best cons.
Next podcast, best cons.
Best cons.
So you guys have to have me on then.
Okay, we're doing it again.
All right.
Same time, March.
Best cons.
Speaking of March, hopefully we will have a interface up to do MS painting with Bob Ross.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard about that? Let me tease it for you real quick. We're gonna watch a Bob Ross episode and try to repaint it in MS Paint.
That sounds fun.
You guys, I have to be a part of this.
Oh, we're planning on doing multiple episodes of them, so
Fantastic.
don't worry about it. Right now I'm trying to figure out an overlay and how it will work on my screen as well as recording and participating myself, because I plan on streaming it and all that good stuff, and then putting it up on YouTube, and then people can decide who's the best one. So, but we plan on doing a bunch of them. No worries. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We're over a couple of drinks. He's John Rhodes. It's Billy. It's Birch. It's me. That's my fat cat named Jonesy. All right. We're going to play us out. I think.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
What are we doing?
2.5 hours later.